Hi guys, this is Jonathan, the Disney fan here, and welcome to part 10 of my least favorite shows. So let us begin with Shin Chan. Where do I even begin with this show? First of all, the animation is so terrible. The animation feels like it was completely rushed, and sometimes it feels like it's not finished. And the characters act very obnoxious to each other. They act so obnoxious to one each other, and they all do wrong things for a very wrong reason. And disturbing too. And some of the jokes are just gross. Too inappropriate as well. And every time I watch this, I'm like, what the hell am I watching? This is not even good. I only seen a couple episodes of this show and already I suffered enough. It was that bad. This show is and Shin Chan, the main character, he is the most annoying and obnoxious and disgusting character. He does lots of bad stuff as well. Yeah, the show is just terrible. And it's also a terrible anime. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of anime. I'm sorry. I'm not really a fan of anime. I'm not into those kinds of stuff. I'm really sorry. It's just they're not my things. I'm sorry. But if you like this show, I'm fine with your opinion. We all we all have different tastes, you know. Everyone's has different opinions, and you have the right to of your own, and I have the right to mine. It's just that I don't like this show. It's too gross for me. Okay, moving on with Shin Chan. Moving on to something else. Yeah, I am talking about another bad show. Lil Wan Wan. My god, this was such a terrible show. The main character, he sounds like a freaking chipmunk. Literally, he sounds like a freaking chipmunk throughout the entire show. Lil Wan Wan, he sounds like a freaking chipmunk. And the animation looks so terrible. It looks like it comes. Someone did a poor job with the animation, and it looks really distasteful as well. Not only the animation looks poor, but it also looks very distasteful of how bad the show is and looks at the same time. And the jokes are same thing with Shin Chan. They're not even funny at all. They're they're just gross. I don't know who was even asking for Lil Wan Wan to exist. It's not a very funny show at all. It's too inappropriate, it's disgusting, it's mean spirited at times, it and there's there is not one redeemable character throughout the entire show, and the main character's voice sounds like a freaking chipmunk. Yeah. There's so many problems with this show that needs to be fixed. Hell, even I can fix those problems with this show myself. So yeah, this show is terrible. Don't see it if you haven't seen it, and watch something else, a show that's good like The Proud Family. That's a good one. This one is not. This is a show you should avoid at all costs if you haven't seen it. Moving on. Okay, moving on with Lil Lon Lon. Yep, Little Einsteins. This show is so boring. Yeah, it's so dull and boring. The music in this show is so dull. And the episodes are so freaking repetitive. Like, my god. You know what's gonna happen. They're gonna go on this mission and or trip or whatever. And and yeah. And that's honestly gets very tiresome. Like, these kids are trying their hardest to make this show so boring. There's nothing interesting about them going on a trip with their rocket ship. There's nothing interesting about it. Like, the animation is so wearisome and just so pathetic. I don't know what Disney was thinking when they made this show. It's boring, it's cliche, it's cheesy, it's mundane, it's wearisome, it's irritating. It's it's a really terrible show. I don't recommend this show. Even the characters are so annoying themselves. If you haven't seen Little Einsteins, I'd say avoid it. You will not like this show. Okay. Now this one, some people are gonna disagree with me on this, and some people will. But when it comes to say, I I I just really hate the later seasons. And if you like these four these seasons, I am fine with your opinion. But when it comes to say, we all have different tastes. Okay, moving on to the next one. The next one I'm gonna talk about is SpongeBob SquarePants. Not seasons 1 through 3. They were good, and the first movie was good. But I'm talking about SpongeBob SquarePants seasons 5 through 9. And you could tell by SpongeBob's face. Yeah. This SpongeBob SquarePants makes you want to slap him in the face so hard. Where do I even begin with SpongeBob SquarePants seasons 5 through 9? After when they made Good Neighbors and Funny Pants, and when they continued with seasons 5 through 9, SpongeBob had started to go downhill. I'm gonna explain reasons why he went downhill before Sponge Out of Water and the later seasons after this Sponge Out of Water. But this is before Sponge Out of Water came out. Okay, first of all, SpongeBob is so fucking annoying. He cries nonstop at times like a fucking baby. He laughs a lot. He annoys the living fucking bloody hell out of Squidward. Same goes with Patrick. He does the same thing to the Squidward. Patrick is a dumbass. Mr. Krabs is a cold-hearted, self-centered son of a bitch that doesn't care about anyone but himself. And there was this one episode where he loves to see Plankton suffering. That Plankton almost committed suicide because of that. Even Sandy became horrible. And she, like, for an example, she became like this bitchy person. When, yeah, there was at times where she could be really bitchy at times. Like when SpongeBob was calling to Sandy and she's like, "Just be here!" Yeah. Or another example, when they took all of her trophies away, she became so angry and so bitchy about it. Mr. Krabs is selfish and he doesn't give a dog's ass about... Excuse me. He's selfish and he doesn't give a dog's ass about anyone but money and himself. SpongeBob is the biggest annoying little brat, especially when he cries like a fucking baby, wanting things his way. He annoys the living fuck out of Squidward, like Patrick does. Patrick is a dumbass, and he also became like this bitch, and he doesn't care about anyone but himself too. Patrick, there are times where he acts like a bitch too, and he's a monster as well. And he can't do nothing right, Patrick. And let's just say the only redeemable characters are Squidward and Plankton. Mr. Krabs is the real villain in seasons 5 through 9. Because, you know, one course meal, for an example, when his daughter scares the living hell out of Plankton. Yeah, something like that. Squidward and Plankton are the only good characters from seasons 5 through 9. The rest of the characters are just assholes or uninteresting characters. But at least I'm glad SpongeBob had redeemed himself with Sponge Out of Water and with the later episodes. I'm glad about that. But sadly, Stephen Hillenburg had died. Yeah. Just seasons 5 through 9 of SpongeBob are the only seasons that I really hate because of SpongeBob's stupidity, Patrick's stupidity, Mr. Krabs' selfishness, and Sandy's bitchiness, and all that stuff. Alright. That's all I would like to SpongeBob seasons 5 through 9, atrocious. And that's all I would like to say. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. This is me signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, y'all.